And now joining me on WION Newsroom, Adya Juneja, who will give us all the insights in the world of business. And we have Atira Sasidharan, who will get us all the updates from the world of sports. We begin by going over to Adya for the market updates.
Well, thank you, Diksha. Today, US President Donald Trump highlighted stock market gains in his State of the Union speech and rolled out a new retirement savings proposal. In his address, Donald Trump pointed to 53 record highs in the stock market since his 2024 election win, saying strong performance has lifted Americans' 401k retirement accounts. He also announced a plan for the federal government to match up to $1,000 in retirement contributions for workers who lack employer-sponsored matching plans, though specific details were not provided. Investors had been looking for clearer direction on tariffs and trade policy, but uncertainty remains despite recent changes. The S&P 500 is up 13% since his inauguration, though gains have slowed in recent months. As markets reacted to US President Donald Trump's State of the Union address, Bitcoin climbed in Asia, topping around $66,000 before trimming gains during Trump's State of the Union speech, ending near roughly $65,500. Major digital assets rose but later pulled back. Markets had been buoyed by dip buying and improved sentiment after tariff-driven volatility earlier in the week. Trump did not mention crypto in his address, whereas traders remain cautious with significant put option interest signaling downside protection. And finally, some news from Australia. Well, Australia's core inflation has climbed to a 16-month high, increasing expectations of another interest rate hike as soon as May this year. Well, new data from the Australian Bureau of Statistics show consumer prices rose 0.4% in January above forecasts, pushing annual inflation to 3.8%. The closely watched trimmed mean measure climbed 3.4%, its highest level in 16 months, and staying above the Reserve Bank of Australia's 2 to 3% target band. Markets lifted bets of a May rate hike to 80%. And policymakers now face mounting pressure with electricity, housing and rent costs driving persistent inflation. Well, that is it from business. Now for all the sports updates, it's over to you, Atira.
Thank you so much, Adya. Here are the top sports stories we're tracking for you at this hour. We'll begin with some news from Washington, D.C. Donald Trump has announced that USA goalie Connor Hellebuck will receive Presidential Medal of Freedom. Trump announced this during his State of Union with players from the gold medal-winning U.S. men's hockey team in attendance. The 32-year-old goalie made 41 saves in the gold medal match against Canada at the Winter Olympics. He also assisted on the overtime goal scored by Jack Hughes during 2-1 victory over Canada. It was the first time that the U.S. men's team had won a gold medal since the 1980 Miracle on the Ice triumph over the Soviet Union in the Lake Placid. Over to some news from cricket now. England have become the first team to qualify for the T20 World Cup semi-finals after defeating Pakistan. Salman Ali Agha won the toss and opted to bat first, and Pakistan made 164 for 9 in their allotted 20 overs. Opener Shahzada Farhan scored 63 or 45 balls, but nobody else scored more than 25. Shaheen Shah Afridi gave Pakistan the perfect start with ball, and England was soon reduced to 35 for 3. Captain Harry Brook came to the rescue. He promoted himself to number 3 for the first time in the T20Is and then went on to score 100 of 50 balls. He lifted England to 166 for 8 in 19.1 overs for the second consecutive win in Super 8. Lastly, in Formula 1, Christian Horner has said that Max Verstappen and his team were not responsible for his 2025 exit from Red Bull. The 52-year-old left his roles as team principal and CEO last summer after months of declining team performance and internal dispute. Jos Verstappen, who is Max Verstappen's father, said Horner was driving people apart before leaving. Some reports also suggested that Red Bull's move was aimed to secure a new contract with Verstappen. The 4-time world champion, who was contracted through 2028, only confirmed that he would race for Red Bull in 2026 after Horner had departed. Well, with that, we have come to the end of the sports segment. It's back to you, Diksha.
Thank you so much, Atira and Adya, for getting us all those updates. And with that, it's time for us to slip into a very short break. Stay tuned. You're watching WION The World is One.